Want to be the chairman again, jeez.
All right.
I mean, I'm still opening up the mail, thanking me and talking about the job I did as chairman last month. You know, still opening up that fan mail.
Was there a lot of fan mail?
Yeah, it's hard to open.
All right, good evening, and per the open meeting laws of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, we are being video and audio recorded this evening. Okay, our first hearing is at 7:15 for 6 Geneva Avenue, so while we're waiting for 7:15 to arrive, let's take a peek at the minutes and get those approved.
I'm sensing a couple edits.
Hmm?
I'm sensing a couple of edits.
To what? The minutes?
The minutes.
Why, me?
Oh, yes.
No, never. Actually, the one thing is I would not have seconded the adjournment of the meeting last month, since I was the chairman. So I think it was Bob Luciano or I think it was actually, I think it was Joe who seconded the adjournment last month. Yeah, I don't think I would have. Yeah, I don't think I would have, just because I was acting as chairman, so it would have been odd for me to. Okay. See it easy, would you?
Yes.
We told Amy we think we're gonna, she doesn't have to put the finding of facts and criteria in the minutes. She can probably pull that out.
Okay.
It's not, for the minutes, it's not
Okay.
necessary.
Fine.
It's
No,
part of
it's-
it's because it's part of the detailed
Yeah,
record, so.
yeah. I mean, it's very inclusive. No,
Okay,
I'm not seeing anything stand out other than.
Actually, we can't vote can we vote because we don't have a quorum? We're voting, we have 4 members to approve the minutes, so we'll have to wait.
all right, we do have to wait. Okay, so
Yeah.
we've read these. We'll do this at the end of the meeting then. Okay. You said Joe is,
Bob.
Bob is?
He'll be here.
All right, all right. Joe is here.
Did you pass around the attendance sheet, Amy?
Not out here, I have not.
Okay.
Good evening.
You got it.
You have that packet over there.
For the crowds.
One that I had designed was-
So we're doing a hearing tonight for this?
Yes, for Geneva.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay, let's get underway. Chris, if you would read the notice of public hearing for 6 Geneva, please.
Notice is hereby given in accordance with Chapter 48 of the General Laws of Massachusetts and all amendments thereto, that a public hearing will be held in Room 124 of the Norfolk Municipal Building on August 18, 2016, for 6 Geneva Ave LLC at 7:15 PM for a special permit pursuant of MGL Chapter 40, Section 9, as amended, and Section F4B of the Norfolk zoning bylaws, as allow the demolition and reconstruction of an existing non-conforming single-family residence which does not violate the setback coverage or height requirements of E1B, but does not violate these requirements to a greater extent than the original structure. The property is located at 6 Geneva Ave, Assessors Map 14, Block 53, Lot 64, in the R1 district. Mr. Chairman?
Thank you, Chris. Lou, are you presenting on behalf of the applicant tonight?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. Attorney Louis Cacavero for the applicant. I am joined this evening to my rear by Marcia Rivero, who is the principal and owner of the Single Purpose LLC, which is the owner of the property in question. We have before you a relatively simple request, I think, as indicated in the public notice. We are required, before we can commence the construction that we intend here, to get a special permit from this board to allow for the demolition of a pre-existing non-conforming structure at the locus in question. And what we've provided the board as part of our application package is a plot plan which shows, drawn by Continental Land Survey, which shows the existing structure and our intended new construction. I went through an analysis of the dimensional requirements in E1B, and I'm prepared to answer any questions you have, but suffice to say, the lot here is too small for the neighborhood in question. It's a pre-existing non-conforming lot size. The frontage requirements for this particular neighborhood are 150 feet, and we only have 100, which is, again, a pre-existing non-conforming. And with regard to setbacks, we do not presently comply with front and side on one side, but we do comply with rear. And what we're proposing to do is raise the existing structure and rebuild on the same footprint. And we've also brought along, if you have an interest in looking at it, and I've had it pinned up on the board for you, some more detailed drawings, and certainly can answer questions in that regard for you as well. So again, I think it's a relatively simple request, and I'd entertain anything that the board would like to discuss in this regard.
Okay, thank you. Luke, Chris pointed out one thing to me on the plot plan. There's one little jut out that would violate the setback. Have you taken that out on?
Yeah, that was just brought to my attention just before we came in this evening, and that's a little jet out for a chimney, one of those low-clearance gas fireplaces. We certainly can remove that, and if the board's so inclined to not grant us any further relief because you don't think it appropriate, we can certainly excise that from the proposal, and you can make that a requirement of any permit you issue, is that we revise the plan and file it with you before the permit issues.
Right, because if...
Is that a chimney, or is it
Yeah,
one of
it's a-
those things that, you know, those, for those low clearance units, they have those direct vent things?
That's what I believe it to be, correct.
So it's not really a chimney going straight?
Correct.
It's almost like an exhaust hood thing?
Is that shown in more detail on the plans?
Sorry. So, Paul, when he draw this, sorry. So when he draw this, he draw for, not for chimney, just for a pipe inside the wall there. So we would have
Except for the furnace to vent?
a piece of concrete, so he sits on it, but it would have a pipe going on top of the gas fireplace.
The furnace?
But we can definitely scratch it out. We,
Gas chimney.
Yeah,
Gas.
the reason we bring it up is if it violates the setback, then we have to go down the variance road, which is a pain in the butt
Yeah.
for everybody. And so this, if you can eliminate it, it makes it a lot simpler, cleaner, and easier.
let's do that.
No, we'd have to demonstrate hardship and
Right.
Yeah,
so
Right.
forth.
Yeah.
And we're happy to excise that from the plan. Again, you can make that a condition of the
Yeah.
permit issuing.
all right. I think we probably will do that then. Just-
Again, I just want to clarify
Yep.
that this isn't like, in other words, the other way some houses they have, with those direct vent heaters, it's really not a chimney, it's just like an exhaust,
That comes out of the
because it's power
fireplace.
vented, right, as opposed to if you're actually gonna bump out the foundation and put a foundation there, then build a chimney up on that foundation.
And he's actually gonna put a slab there, so by putting a slab there, he's actually creating permanent structure.
Well, suppose they wanted to put a direct vent fireplace there without,
That he could do.
That you could do without having
Yeah.
to get a
Yeah,
variance.
because in theory, it
So
has
the
to come-
yeah, so
doesn't
the whole
have to
fireplace would
structure.
be inside the property, not bumping out.
Right,
There'd be no foundation structure.
So it'll be no foundation. It'll be a straight, you know.
Right.
okay.
So if we could feasibly do that as part of construction, perhaps you could word your permit accordingly, say you can't build foundation that exceeds the setback more than it presently does. But if we're successfully able to create the bump out without foundation below it, that would be acceptable.
That's what I'm sort of wondering, you know, I didn't know if,
What I would, Mr. Chairman, what I would do is on your plan, if you can actually just remove that proposed gas chimney structure that's there, which shows actually 1.8 foot into the setback to an extent worse than the existing condition, and sign it. Then, if you want to do a direct vent, this board, it doesn't actually fall under our purview.
Yeah,
Okay.
we could care less.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
But I would say sign that and note it on that plan, give that to Amy, and we make that part of the public record.
Okay, so you want
That's
us to do
okay.
that on this and supply that, or do you want us to have it done professionally by the architect?
I don't think that's
I don't
necessary.
think, it's
No.
not big enough to,
Yeah.
you could do it.
Yeah,
Okay, so we'll perhaps do it on the block plan?
yeah, I think that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to do it right this
Yeah.
minute, but, you know, in preparation,
Before the end of the evening.
before the end of the evening, you know, just take care of that little detail. Again, it's
Minor.
it's minor, but it seems like it creates such a headache if you keep it there. I have no other questions. Gentlemen?
I'm just curious, it's a two-story existing structure now?
Yes.
Okay, and it's total demolish and rebuild?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a house that was constructed in 1950, so the height would remain the same. Would be within the 2.5 stories, 35 feet as allowed.
It's very similar in terms of height, too, right?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's going to be a garage on the right side and a second-story living space? Is that the plan?
Correct.
Okay. This is on public water? Okay. Public water. Yeah. And where is there a septic system on here, the property?
Yes.
That is not noted on the drawing unless I'm missing it. Is it on the plan?
It's, we have actually septic drawings, and we're ready to go with new septic system, or is it done?
New septic.
Is it
Okay.
complete? It's already complete, the new
Is it,
septic.
where is it in relationship to the addition?
It's in the front of the house.
In the front?
On the Geneva side, yes.
That would be all Board of Health approved, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And you're removing a shed that's on the property now? Okay.
When do you plan to start?
When
When do you plan to start? Right away? Okay. Before I open it up to interested parties in the audience, any other questions from the board?
I'm good?
Okay. For anyone in the audience, if you want to address yourself to the chair and ask any questions through the chair to the applicant, feel free to.
Hi, we're your neighbors. We're behind you. Jack and Paula, and I guess our
through
only
the chair.
thing is
You have to do them through the chair. Oh, sure, come on.
good.
It's your moment in the sun. Want to be a TV personality?
Jack
Here we go.
Tornabene, we live at 8 Weir Drive. We're actually behind the house that's being done. We just wanted to see what was happening with the house and what style it was going to be, and we don't have any problems with it being raised. Is the foundation going to be redone, eliminated? How are you going to get it higher than the,
Well, we're gonna build on top of the existing foundation. The foundation is great, it's in good shape, so we're actually building on top of the foundation to, meet code.
Okay.
And, it's gonna be the same, nice foundation, then we're gonna grade it out down.
all right. Yeah, we,
Is that a gambrel? Is that a gambrel style home?
I don't, to be honest, I didn't, that's the picture of the home right there.
Well, it's an elevation.
It's kind of, yeah, I think it's kind of the same, are you right behind? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a kind of the same home that you have.
and it's going to have an
Well, the
attached
garage is on the-
garage now. So the old garage is being
So the garage
demolished
is on
too.
the side.
Looks nice.
So yours, the garage, is we drive around it and under, and this is on the front.
We only have one microphone, so in order for me to get in, people need to pass it to them.
Oh, okay. Fortunately,
This is amateur hour tonight. We're having an amateur hour tonight.
That's right. We're gonna, is there any other questions you're gonna ask him?
Yes, sir. Please identify yourself.
Sure, I'm Ray Massey from 10 Geneva. You're going to raise the foundation a little bit. How much higher do you think you're going to raise it and where it is now, the sill is
16
now?
inches?
All right, so it's not a,
No, yeah.
Okay.
Only 16 inches.
so it's where the pin mark is on the sidewall in the front, the pink?
Correct.
Okay. You guys did a nice job. I have a sledgehammer. I'm available for help. And the garage, so the garage is going to be where the patio is right now? So it's going to be a little bit,
Correct.
not quite as
You know where the-
wide?
We know where the fence is?
Yeah.
Yeah, where the fence is, that's where the garage is gonna
Oh,
go.
oh, so you have to move the driveway to the left?
So, yeah, the driveway is gonna go in and turn a little
Oh.
into the,
Very nice. It's very nice. And that's a four-bedroom? Three?
Four-bedroom.
It's a four-bedroom?
Four-bedroom, three-bedroom.
Fantastic. You start tomorrow?
That's what I'm hoping for.
We can't.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Apparently up to these guys.
Mr. Chairman, is the existing structure have a full basement?
Full basement, yeah.
So how do you plan on raising the foundation?
Oh, on top of the.
You gonna use block?
existing-
The
yeah.
block, is it be a block? You're gonna
No, no,
increase it
no,
with block or
concrete,
pour?
Concrete, we're gonna pin it
Okay,
and form it.
Okay.
Concrete.
okay.
That's better. Any other questions from folks in the audience? Okay, thank you. Any other questions from board? All right, let's just, let me read into the record the criteria. The use must be in harmony with the general purpose intent of the bylaw. The property is within,
This is will remain in
Residential
residential
areas.
use.
Yeah. Will remain in residential
okay,
area.
okay, use, okay. This printing is worse than mine.
Right there.
The use is in an appropriate location and is not detrimental to the neighborhood and does not significantly alter the character of the zoning district.
It's in the R1 district.
It's in the R1 district. Property will remain in residential use, R1. And that. Adequate and appropriate facilities will be provided for the proper operation of the proposed use. Property will
It's using current facilities.
employ current
Facilities.
facilities.
But a new septic system. Yeah, okay.
New septic. The proposed use would not be detrimental or offensive to the adjoining zoning districts and neighboring properties due to the effects of lighting, odor, smoke, noise, sewage, refuse materials, visual, or other nuisances.
I think
Property will remain in residential use.
I think the answer is yes.
Yes. Yes, okay. The proposed use would not cause undue traffic congestion in the immediate area. Property use load to remain the same. The proper site plan has been filed for approval with the planning board, not necessary. The use or purpose is consistent with the 92 master plan, yes. Okay.
Updated that plan. Thought we updated that.
All right, so the criteria are in good shape. Hearing no other questions or concerns, let's close the public hearing. Mr. Weeder?
Make a motion to close the public hearing for 6 Geneva Ave, LLC, for a special permit pursuit of MGL Chapter 40, Section 9, as amended in Section F4B of the Norfolk zoning bylaws to allow for the demolition and reconstruction of an existing non-conforming single-family residence which does not violate the setback coverage or height requirements of E1B, which does violate, but does not violate those set requirements to a greater extent than the original structure. Property is located in the R1 zoning district at 6 Geneva Ave, map 14, block 53, lot 64.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Lou, we're going to deliberate this tonight.
Okay.
Get this off our docket. And then, let's see, what is it, 20-day appeal period, as you know?
Right.
Then it goes to the town clerk.
Right.
And he should be good to go.
Thank you. So for the record, I'll hand in to Amy right now the original plot plan, which I've amended in my own handwriting to read amended plot plan to the zoning board of appeals.
Okay.
I've circled the bump out and indicated that it will be removed, and I've dated it at tonight's public hearing and had my client sign it. So
Okay.
is that
Can you
adequate?
also hand that to Mr. Weeder, our clerk, so he can sign it as well?
Certainly.
Yes, and we'll enter that as evidence. Just check that over, Chris, and
Yep.
make sure it's satisfactory.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right, 84 Cleveland is, will be continued until the 29th,
Correct.
and
At
then...
7:30.
7:30, okay. Now, 2 Needham, what are we doing with 2 Needham? Is this a
Needham is just
preview?
a preview. And that's the corner of Main Street and Needham Street.
Do we have paperwork for two?
Hmm?
Is there paperwork for two?
Yeah, you have it right
I
there.
don't have it. Oh, here it is, this one,
Yeah.
this one, okay,
Yeah,
got it.
just a
got it.
preview.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
All right, so Norfolk zoning bylaw F4, non-conforming structures, please see attachments. What's 2 Needham? Where's that, Chris?
That's right across from Jimmy Walker's house, right, the one that's the disaster.
The one that's being vacated?
Yes.
That's
right
gonna-
across the
that's been
street from there.
condemned?
Yeah,
Oh, that's the other house that's...
right across the street. Yep.
What do they want to do with that?
He wants to tear it down, and rebuild it.
Did you have,
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good night, thanks for coming.
Good night. Come back soon.
All right, so that, oh, okay, this is the house right across the street.
Right, the little
guys,
ranch.
I think we were still on, so I didn't know if we should.
We are still on.
Did we?
We're not done.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're
we're
still on.
previewing
2 Needham
2
Street.
Needham Street, just having an intellectual discussion on 2 Needham.
And this is a
I
new
do it in
plan,
Latin,
right?
but my Latin's a little rusty tonight.
Yeah,
A new plan as opposed to,
yeah,
Oh, that's good, I'm glad they're gonna
right,
do that house over.
yes. Will certainly help.
And so this is a non-conforming pre-existing lot, is that correct?
Correct.
So their lot area is insufficient, their frontage is, I think their frontage is sufficient. Setbacks look good there, good there.
Yep.
They're short in the front on a setback. So their setbacks in the front are short, but again, it's non-conforming, pre-existing.
He wants to
Okay.
extend it into the back a little bit, so yeah.
So he's got plenty of room in the back to,
I have a question.
all right.
He's looking for a complete tear down and removable foundation on this. So what does that do to the status of this as a non-conforming, pre-existing non-conforming? Does it change the status by virtue of pulling the foundation out of the ground?
No, as long as he doesn't go outside of the footprint.
No,
Yeah.
Really?
You
You can do
put
that?
Yeah.
yeah,
So just again, just to clarify, so, excuse me. Pre-existing means it's existing,
right,
okay?
right. It's an
If you pull it out
existing
of the ground-
structure.
If you pull it completely out of the ground, then it's not existing.
Say that part?
If you pull it out of the ground,
Okay,
then it's not existing.
correct.
Just want to make sure we're not
We
going to hit a
could-
roadblock here.
Yeah, no, we can actually, you can pull it out of the ground. He can actually take it right down through the foundation and start over again.
Okay.
Yeah. We're allowing them to take pre-existing structures, demolish them, including the foundation, and then
Okay.
rebuilding them, as long as they are in the same footprint. And if they want to go outside that, then obviously a variance.
So what are we doing here? A
On,
variance?
We just wanted to preview it, make sure all the
Just a preview.
paperwork is in order.
Is this for a variance?
It's a special
This is for a
permit.
special permit next month.
So, again, just to walk through this thing here, just a tad. So, whereas they're looking not only to remove the foundation, but to actually expand the foundation.
This one, he looks like he's going to expand the foundation.
Thus, do we need a variance as opposed to a special permit?
He's gonna make it more non-conforming, but he's not gonna violate the setback requirements to a greater extent, it looks like. I can't tell.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned with his drawing, because I can't tell some of that setback, but yes, so it would be a special permit, so. He's not gonna encroach into
The
the
setback.
setback to
any
a
further.
greater extent.
Okay. So for example, just to make my point,
Yep,
had he wanted to expand this in the front of the house, then he
Yes.
would be expanding,
or the side.
or the side, then he
Yeah.
would be expanding into it, and thus he would need a variance as opposed to a special permit?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Right. I think he's making, I'm surprised that he's not gonna demolish the garage and incorporate the whole thing together, but I think it would make a better project, but we'll see.
The garage is separate from the house right now.
Yes, but it should really, doesn't make sense.
Unless he's gonna dress it up.
Able to rehab it.
Unless the
Might be
garage
worth
is in great
saving.
shape.
Hmm?
Unless the garage is in great shape.
As my grandfather would say, you can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear.
Your grandfather was a smart
I
man.
can see, you haven't seen those laser printers, have you? You're gonna get anything from
And then
those. All right.
we'll be
Okay.
hearing, and then we also have 31 Mirror Lake, which we have here in front of us, it's a preview as well.
Oh, that's not on the agenda. I don't wanna do
On the
that.
agenda, yeah.
I don't wanna do it. It's not on the agenda.
It's a preview, it's a preview.
Oh, preview,
It's a
okay. All right. Oh, this looks complicated.
This is the one he removed his special permit request 2 months ago. This is the one that sits literally right on the water, in the water.
Same person write this one up.
This
This
is
one's gonna take some work,
Mirror Lake.
yes.
I remember now.
Bob's gonna have to read this to us, because I can't. Looks like legal jargon to me.
So what's he doing differently that he didn't do before?
I don't think we have enough information to tell that yet.
All
so we're gonna
right,
have
so
to
we'll
really-
find all that out.
We're gonna have to talk to him a little bit,
All right.
Amy, and see if we can get some more detailed
Well, is
information.
previewing it, if we have something to request of them to be prepared for,
Yeah,
can we communicate what they
yes,
should be?
we will,
All right.
yes. I think some pictures, a little bit more information.
Demo substantially unsound cottage.
This is the same one we just did, F4B. We just did an F4B, the one, this other one is an F4B at 2 Needham, and this is, so we've got 3 F4Bs to deal with. Demolition.
Does that mean it's 112B?
112B, yeah, no, F4B,
Okay.
not to be confused with 14B. To be or not to be,
That is the question.
is the question, to be or not to be. All right, so we don't have enough information right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Yeah,
have a
This
chat
might,
with
this
them.
might be a 2-meeting hearing.
Yeah.
No, this is gonna be 2 meetings, okay.
Okay.
Is this
Um,
one getting a new foundation too?
Very hard to tell what he's doing based on what I see here.
I see a recommendation for a new foundation here.
Yeah, but he's, if you look at his plot plan, it makes, I'm having a tough time following it.
Well, what in this documentation, he's telling you what the existing condition of the house is, but he's not telling you what you want to do with it.
Right. Okay. Well, Amy, you and I can actually give him some questions as to what we'd like him to present at this hearing.
Well, I'm presuming that he wants to expand his house, right? In other words, let's say he wanted to demolish this house and rebuild it in the exact same house, and the reason he wants to do so is because he thinks it's falling into the water. If that's what he's doing, does he need anything from us? In other words, is this one of these cases that potentially doesn't have to come before us?
No, it has to, because
Why?
he's demolishing a house. Demolitions have to come before
As
us.
soon as he demolishes it, yeah.
Yeah. that's-
I don't know if
that-
he's demolishing this, I can't tell what he's doing here.
Yeah, if he is, then that's why he's before us, because of the demolition.
Yeah. be demolished. If he just wants to renovate, he doesn't have to see it, other than going into the setbacks.
Yeah, because all he's doing, he's just showing us the existing setbacks, right? Right, that's all I'm seeing, existing setbacks?
All right, let's,
Existing house.
Yeah, we've got to talk to him, because
Yeah,
he's
we-
actually talking about topography here.
yeah, he's
So
got,
he may-
he's got some, some confusing stuff.
Yeah.
So,
He may want to come in and sit down with Ray and go over this application,
Yeah.
Amy. You may want to, you,
He's had a tough time with this one. He
Yeah.
keeps on trying to try to figure this one out.
Oh, yeah, I think I see what he wants to do here.
he's got to come in and sit
You
down with
know?
Ray and go
Yeah,
over this.
yeah, there are two sheets, yeah, before and after, if you will. One's hand-drawn.
they're both hand-drawn, aren't they?
One of them's hand-drawn in terms of setbacks. The other one's hand-drawn with respect to the footprint.
Right, it's looking like it's gonna be smaller.
Yeah, but it's bumped, yeah. But it's reconfigured a little bit.
Yeah, but still, oh, I see that, you're right. I
Is
got
the
you.
second one the hand-drawn one, the reconfigured one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
but that's not really a professional,
No, this is, he's got some work to do on this application.
He does. He
I
does.
don't know if we can hear this. Have we scheduled the hearing already?
It's just a preview. We can schedule it for the September.
If he can get this ready, because this isn't gonna cut it, this drawing,
No.
drawing in the stick figures.
No.
yeah. You're gonna,
We'll talk to him. I'll
All
talk, Amy, you and I could talk to him next week and see if he can pull this together. Yeah, because this isn't sufficient.
Is he in violation of any dimension, or any setbacks? Right now?
Right now, he's a non-conforming lot right now,
Why is he non-conforming?
because of the size lot.
yeah,
Square footage, you mean?
Correct,
yeah, it's an existing lot before our bylaw was set.
right. But I cannot tell what he's,
Well, what's it, 10,000 square feet? Is that what that says? 10,550 square feet? It's 3 lots, lots 24, 25, 26.
Is your table ready at the restaurant? Is that what they're calling? Your table's ready?
yeah, they said Bob was paying for us
Bob's paying tonight.
because he was late.
Yeah, I'll see you guys there, that's all.
That's gonna be a new rule. Whoever comes in late has to
That's right,
treat.
the rest of the team.
And we move back to the 7:30 start time.
Joe will be very poor.
Joe will be treating quite frequently.
All right.
All right,
We'll
let's,
work with
let's,
him on that, Amy, and
Yeah,
see if we
all
can
right.
make some more sense of it.
all right, let's deliberate,
Yep.
and get this off our docket.
But the fact that we previewed the
6
Needham
Geneva.
Street one, do we have to set a hearing date?
We don't have to actually set a hearing, we don't have to set a hearing date. Amy can actually put it on for September. We don't have to
Okay,
actually
fine. That's
set a
good.
hearing date for that.
Gotcha.
And we don't know if he'll be ready in September.
Yeah.
He's got some work to do.
Yeah, I was even talking about the Needham one. We didn't schedule a date for that one,
Yeah.
but I assume it'll be next
That one's
meeting.
on for September right now. Yeah, we don't need to actually
Okay.
schedule.
All right, you ready to start writing some findings of fact for,
Yes. Well, 6 Geneva.
6 Geneva? And I'll go through my list of findings of facts, and then please chime in anything else that you feel is relevant. The original house was built in 1950. Based on the plot plan that we viewed, there will be a removal of the chimney from the plot plan, and we have, I think, taken care of that tonight via a new document, which we'll call Exhibit, how do you spell Exhibit? E-X-H-I. How do you spell Exhibit, Counselor?
EXHIBIT.
Yep.
E-X-H-I,
BID.
BAT.
Exhibit
Did that.
A, we'll call this Exhibit A. Exhibit A was presented and signed by council and clerk. The new structure will be the same height as the original house. The septic will be in the front of the house, and that, I think I heard, has been approved, or is in the process. Has it been approved by Board of Health?
I didn't hear that, but it
Okay.
says he's gonna have a new septic system.
You're gonna have a new septic system. As we know, this is a pre-existing non-conforming lot. He does not violate any of the setbacks to a greater extent. The house will be built on the existing footprint. Frontage is 150 foot required. This is 100 feet, but again, because of the pre-existing status, the 150 is waived. There'll be a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. The shed will be removed, and his start date of construction is as soon as the approval process is complete. I will add that we will, I'm not going to read through this, but the appendix
Criteria.
B, the criteria will be attached
Mhm.
to the final document.
Question, the fact that there's a watershed list on this, is this something that we're supposed to cover more at the meeting?
Something we're supposed
Is
to.
this- No, I'm saying, is this, the appendix C, are we supposed to also cover this? You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, he seems to meet the.
We do, but we mention it, but we've
Okay,
gone
but the-
through it. That's what Mike
right,
just said. We
okay.
went through that criteria.
No, there's two criteria here, that's what I'm trying to say, you have appendix B and appendix C.
Or appendix C, the watershed protection.
Yeah, I just wanna know
bylaw.
if-
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, we wouldn't do that one. That was
Okay.
nothing to do with us, the appendix C, the watershed.
Okay.
That's just for information.
Okay, other criteria that we need?
You covered it,
Finding
Mike.
facts that there will be an addition of a two-story garage and
Okay,
second
good.
floor. I don't think you mentioned that.
All right, good, I did not.
Two-story garage and floor.
Um,
The Newport foundation on the existing foundation.
Right, Newport foundation, the existing foundation. There was testimony that was taken in, that's relevant.
There were no butter concerns.
Right.
You heard that, right? Which is good.
Lot is 16,100 square feet,
New driveway.
new driveway. The abutters, we had two abutters in attendance at the meeting tonight, and they expressed support for the project, welcomed him to the neighborhood.
Meets the lot, proposed lot coverage, it's 10%, so it meets our lot coverage requirements.
Okay. How did you figure that out?
Because it says it, proposed lot coverage, 10.1%. Right there.
Oh, jeez, right in front
It's
of me.
supposed to be on the plans.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be there.
What's our rule on that? It has to-
25.
25%, no, can't
Right,
exceed 25.
cannot exceed.
Yeah, right.
Does that also include driveways,
No.
just the footprint? Swimming pools?
Hmm?
Swimming pools?
I don't know. I don't know. I would consider a swimming pool a permanent structure, so I would say that would be included.
Swimming pools are included in lot coverage.
That is a good question too, what Bob asked, because like, you know, what
We
stuff
haven't
someone
done
would
swimming
just.
pools, that were Bob and Joe's, right? You guys were swimming pool people.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got the swimming pool years, I know.
You guys
But-
got your full of
We had a
swimming
full swimming
pools.
pool.
A shed is a structure.
Yeah.
Swimming
Right,
pool's a
right.
structure.
Right.
Right, right,
The
right,
shed,
right.
I know is.
Yeah,
And that would
those are
consider,
structures.
and that's considered lot coverage,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
right? The driveway's a good, I wonder if we have any limits on driveways though, in terms of, and I have to go double check, obviously, because what stops someone from just paving the whole yard, you know, that type of thing.
You want to pay over your whole.
No, I
yard,
don't feel,
great.
I'm just trying to say that, when
No, I don't
lot
think there
coverage.
is a requirement.
I have to,
Yeah, I don't
I
think
have to
there's a
follow up on
requirement.
that. That was a good question.
And paint it green.
Well,
I don't have any other finding of facts. I think you did good.
Okay,
Mike.
so we've got findings of facts done. What else do we need to do? Is that it?
That's it. You have to make a
Okay.
motion.
Make a motion? You make a motion, Mr. Weeder, we'll vote.
I will. Make a motion in accordance with Chapter 48 of the general bylaws and amendments thereof for 6 Geneva Ave, Section 9 of MGL 48 and F4B of the Norfolk zoning bylaws to allow for the demolition and reconstruction of an existing non-conforming single-family residence, which does violate the setback, coverage, and height requirements of E1B, but does not violate those requirements to a greater extent than the original structure. structure is located at 6 Geneva Ave, map 14, block 53, lot 64, in the R1 zoning district.
Second.
Joe?
Oh, yes to grant.
Chris?
Yes to grant.
Yes to grant.
Yes, to grant.
Curve that.
Okay, approved. The special permit is granted.
Let's get that construction started.
And Amy, this is the plot plan, make sure that that becomes part of the permanent record.
You gotta approve the minutes.
Okay, now, oh, that's right too, Joe. Thank you for reminding.
We have to give Bob a moment to
Can you
review the minutes.
Look at the minutes, we need to approve these.
Sure.
Read fast and to
You got it.
yourself.
Mike's on a mission.
Hmm?
Mike's on a mission.
Always.
Review it.
O'Reilly's on at 8 o'clock.
The what?
Bill O'Reilly's on at 8.
Oh, okay. You can always record that if you want.
Well, Mike, I should say, do we need to open and continue 84 Cleveland Street?
Do we need to what?
Reopen 84, well, mention 84 Cleveland Street and continue to 8:29 at 7:30?
Because it was originally scheduled for tonight.
We're not going to reopen it. We're not going
No,
to
we're
open
It
it.
is open, isn't it? Isn't it
We're
still
gonna-
open?
It is. We're going to continue it,
Right.
so I think we need to state the date and time
Okay,
and
we
continue
can
it.
do that.
We don't need a motion or
No.
anything, we just
You
need
can just make
to,
some general information. You can do
the
that.
84 Cleveland Street, Lakeland Farms comprehensive permit, originally scheduled for this evening, will be continued until 29th, 8/29, at 7:30 PM.
Correct. And that will be for the architecture,
Excuse me.
the landscape, historical reviews.
Architecture, landscape, and historical review. Chris, and looking through these meetings, they, you know, the attorney for Lakeland Farms, he said, you know, the cost of the infrastructure improvements for the road shouldn't be borne by the applicant. Did you folks discuss that in any great detail, or did you just make that statement?
No, we did discuss, and it was, Judy mentioned as well as Ray, that obviously infrastructures to the street, you know, if there was a percent, if there was a infrastructure relating to the street that was specific to 84 Cleveland Street, he would have to bear it, but not certainly infrastructure to 84 Cleveland Street in general rule. In other words, if we want to repave it, widen it, he would bear what percentage was relative to 84 Cleveland Street, but certainly wouldn't bear the entire cost.
So there will be some cost associated with it
If
if it's
there
determined it needs
is,
to be
if
widened.
there is a need to do something, there will be, obviously, we'll have to decide what portion is directly related to 84 Cleveland Street. and what
Are
portion is
you
related
referring to the pipeline study, or are you referring to the
No, the road itself.
the actual
actually.
road? So
Yeah.
if the traffic study goes back, and says, oh, you need sidewalks up and down both sides from start to finish, then we have an issue?
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever see that. I don't think that would ever come to fruition, but I think if there is something specific to 84 Cleveland Street, they would have to bear it. But Judy cautioned us on, you know, you can't just say, we want to make the road, repave the road, make it
Right.
wider. You can't just say, well, you have to bear that cost.
Unless there's an issue, a safety issue.
Absolutely. If there's a safety issue that specifically relates to that project,
Okay.
then it could be definitely an issue.
Are we still on here?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
For reviewing minutes.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to get
Oh,
to
thank you.
some,
Yeah.
you to elaborate on that, thank you. Okay, Mr. Luciano, have you
Yes,
had a
sir.
chance to review your minutes?
did.
Okay,
Very impressed, very impressed.
all right, entertain a motion to accept.
I make a motion to accept the July 20th, 2016 minutes for the Zoning Board of Appeals as amended.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Okay, motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to accept, to adjourn the August 18th, 2016 Zoning Board of Appeals meeting at 7:52 PM.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hey.
Done.